Alright, so today what we're going to do is obviously talk about Spider Man Homecoming, the latest film in the Marvel and Sony on this occasion cinematic universe. So this time, the character of Peter Parker and Spider Man is acted by, or portrayed, I should say, by Tom Holland in this version. He plays the character still in high school, still trying to find his feet as a hero, and coming off the back of an appearance in Captain America's Civil War. So when we meet the character, he's still trying to find his feet as a hero, and he's trying to get the support of Tony Stark to become an Avenger at the start of the film. But this film is obviously fun and action-packed, and it's a character, as I've said there, who's learning his trade as a hero, and it's a lot of fun, and there's a lot of references to things that are very familiar, like The Breakfast Club and Ferris Bueller, which is shown in a very nice, touching scene when the character, the Spider-Man's doing something. But overall, it's just a really good film. And you have a villain portrayed by Michael Keaton, who just steals every scene he seems to be in. He plays it so well. It's some of his best work I've seen since Beetlejuice and some of the Batman stuff. He's got that ability to become like a chameleon, where he can be very nice one second and then the very next scene, much like a scene that plays out in the film that just stayed with me. There's characters sat in a car, and it's one of the best scenes that you'll see in the film, and it's not even anything to do with anything action orientated within a film that's very action orientated. It's a Marvel film. It's a very low-key scene that involves Michael Keaton's character, and he plays it so well, and it's a scene that you'll see that will stay with you the way it stayed with me. It's a film where you can, where we've had other iterations of Peter Parker through the Sam Raimi version and the Mark Webb version, where at times the character can be very mopey and very sad, and but this version brings a lot of joy and a lot of heart to the character of Peter Parker, and the Spider-Man character. The Peter Parker character obviously yearns to be more than what he is. He's not doing badly at school because academically he's a very smart kid, but he wants to be more than what he is. He longs to be Spider-Man on a bigger scale than what he is, than, quote, a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. But largely it's a film that's just great, with cameos and potential villains that may show up in other films in the future. But it's a really, really good film. I mean, I took my niece and nephew to watch that film, and it was just, they enjoyed it. It's a film that you can take the family to see. You can go with friends, you can go with a partner. It's just got a lot of heart to it, and too often these days there aren't films that do that. My criticisms would be that they play down the actual abilities of Peter Parker and Spider-Man, but that's stuff that they can build on. This is what it is. It's the first film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and these are things that will ultimately grow with the character. The more films they do, the more we're exposed to him, and the more he learns about his own powers and the things that he's actually able to do. That's kind of where they'll take the character, but largely it was a really good film. Minor criticisms, I would say that even the suit, which has more stuff going on with it than you'd probably think the Spider-Man suit should have going on with it, but it really works, and it's a different take on the character, and it's fun, it's friendly. The characters, the friends that he's got in the film, the love interest, it all works, and I'm really interested to see where they take this character in the future. If I was to give it a rating out of 10, I would say it's solid 9.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed this film, and this is right up there with Spider-Man 2, which I still consider one of the best Spider-Man films out of the 5 films that we've had. This is right up there, shoulder to shoulder with that film, and I'm sure with a few more watches it could actually surpass that film, which is quite a hard feat to do, especially this many films in. It's made a lot of money at the box office, and it will continue to make money. It will continue to be successful because it's obviously got Marvel's backing and Sony's backing, but just watching it as a film, it was great to watch. I'd encourage everybody to go out there and watch Spider-Man Homecoming. It was a solid film, solid 9.5 out of 10, and I can't wait to see where they take this character. And I'm really enjoying Tom Holland's portrayal of the character. He's probably the best fleshed out Peter Parker we've had and we've seen. And as I've said, I can't wait to see what they do with him in the next Marvel installments as part of this Marvel Cinematic Universe. So everybody go out and watch Spider-Man Homecoming. If you haven't seen it, take yourself to a cinema, to a theatre, go and watch the film, because it's well worth your time.